This is the book of First Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them as they travail upon a woman with a child, they shall not escape. And this is the book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Akardash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered in four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And shalom to the Akwaf sisters as well too. And I say shalom. And the Heavenly Father's true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Ba'ashem, in the name of Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, the Lashon Kodash, the Holy Tongue. This is a sit-down lesson that I wanted to bring out of this recent news article from the Washington Post. And it reads, Israel appears to reject U.S. push for pause in Gaza assault. Hamas has claimed it will release all of its civilians hostage in exchange for a 5-day pause in Israel's offense, which is highly unlikely, Diplomatic says. And this is from published by Michael Barntham and Karen G. Young from the Washington Post as of November 3rd at 7:26 p.m. From Tel Aviv. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Friday appears to reject a push by Secretary of Anthony Blinken for a pause in this country's assault on Gaza, saying he will relent only after Hamas free all of its hostage. This unusual public split between the top U.S. diplomatic and Israel's leader came after a day of tension meeting in Tel Aviv. It says the unusual public split between the top U.S. diplomatic and Israel leader came after a day of tensions meeting in Tel Aviv, with Blinken and his deputies pushing Israeli officials to be mindful of the rising civilian toll from their efforts to expunge the militant group responsible for last month's brutal cross-border attack. The Biden administration has grown increasingly concerned that the Israeli efforts risking radicalizing the civilian population in Gaza throughout the region. It says the regional hurting rather than helping Israel's overall security situation in the long run. All those Friday's talk in Israel cover a range of issues regarding the country's security situation following an October 7 attack by Hamas. Blinken's focus was on encouraging the Israelis to take humanitarian pause to enable aid to safely flow in Gaza and facilitate in efforts to free hostage who remain captive there. The United States and other international partners are working to encourage Hamas to release its prisoners. But Netanyahu reject any effort to link host talks with pause in the fighting, saying just minutes after Blinken publicly called it for that, considering any ceasefire would happen only after all the hostages were free. Benjamin Netanyahu, speaking in a televised address, said he told Blinken that we are continuing a full force, that Israel refused to temporary ceasefire that does not include the return of the hostage. More than 200 Israelis and foreigners captured during the attack are believed to be held inside Gaza. Although the terms have varied in recent weeks, Hamas has indicated most recently that it will release all the civilians hostages in exchange for a 5-day pause, according to diplomats familiar with the discussions who spoke on the condition anonymously about the sensitive matter. Israeli military captives who persist numbers is unknown will be retained possibly to eventually be offered in a trade for Palestinian prisoners in Israel. Matthews 24:6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, so these increasing of wars and rumors of wars between Hamas and versus the Israeli Defense Force. So that's not going to slow down anytime soon. Matthews 24 and verse 7, and it reads to the Holy Scriptures. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Go back to 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3 of the Blue Letter Bible of the Holy Scriptures, and it reads, For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them, as they travail upon a woman with a child, they shall not escape. So they talking about peace and safety. As it says right here, Israel appears to reject U.S. push for pause and assault. Because Benjamin Netanyahu said, we're going to continue to go full force and full throttle on the Hamas, the Hamas army over there in Lebanon, and throughout Lebanon, and throughout the Gaza Strip, and throughout West Bank, and Palestinian territory as well too, of the increasing multi-front war over there in Iraq and Syria as well too, because Hamas and all the pro-affiliated that's down and with Hamas, they look at the United States and Israel as their adversaries, even if they do come with some type of momentarily temporary ceasefire or some type of trade to pause the escalations. It's going to ramp up right back up once again, because the tensions between the pro-Iranian, the pro-Iranian Revolutionary and Every Guard Corps, Syria, and other allies that's down with pro-Hamas and pro-Iranian, all they have one common adversary, and that's the United States and Israel. So it's not going to slow down anytime soon. I just want to add an additional note to that. So with that, hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying of this recent news article from the WashingtonPost.com, and it reads again, Israel appears to reject U.S. push for pause in Gaza assault. And with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat, Hashem Akakadash, and the Heavenly Father's true name is Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Ba'Hashem, and the name of Hamashiach Yahushua. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, the Lash Wakadash, the Holy Tongue. And shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.